Oh, I think we.
I can't do that yet.
Oh yeah, I love that barrage. Alright, so you can kind of see his target, see how they're switching back and forth. I like that.
I can't do that yet.
Because as he's turning, he's probably actually missing like his, or at least a few of his damage abilities. So, but yeah, 400k and he goes down like a chump. So oh god, nothing. Oh wait, maybe that isn't even the Pit Slayer. Oh wait, there's a cave or something down there, I think. I think this is a oh. Unearth all the ancient ogre relics within the broken precipice. Huh, interesting. Alright, okay, here's the actual Pit Slayer. I wonder if I can even target him. Okay, he's evading. His head was used to attach to a large brute until it was ripped off by a larger brute. Okay. Well, I wonder how I get him. Oh well. Oop, I'm still in combat. So I like the more open. There we go. I'll have to look into that. Figure out how to get him off that pedestal. The more open user interface. I don't think I actually opened up that much, but I might still reorganize some of this. But these, the Harrison Jones quests, they're all kind of like this. Like you go to a certain area and then you have to kind of find things here and there. There we go. Get across this river. Whoa. And you probably shouldn't be as reckless as I am. But you know me. No, go. Let's see. Yeah, we're not far from it. There we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah, these big giant snakes, those things are terrifying. But the hilt is in this little pond here. But yeah, these things are pretty tough. I don't think we can trap them, but we can skin them. So it's gonna go in and kill one of them. Yeah, almost 1,000,000 hit points, 880,000. So yeah, these guys are not pushovers. I mean, they are for me because I've got some pretty good gear. See, she's already down to like 50% health, so. Oh, I seem to be getting like some really weird lag.
cast that.
Wow, did he kill my pet? He killed my pet. Holy cow.
I don't have a
And wow. Yeah, that's how tough those things are. Aww. Oh well. Yeah, so I can't even use her now, so daggone it. Oh well. It looks like it just banished it. Oh well. Alright, so now the final piece, the blade, was to be displayed in a place of honor for all time overlooking the Ring of Blood. I don't think I've seen it there myself. Alright. But it's supposed to be somewhere where it has a clear view of every battle. Alright. So now we're going to go up to the Ring of Blood. So, do I want to show that? That's just kind of like a long thing. You just get on this path, and I'll meet you guys like right around there. Alright. Alrighty, we're back. Just coming right up into the proving grounds here. There's a daily that sends you up here as well from the goblin to fight this guy up here, but he's not too tough. So, but as you come in, and it took me a little while to find it, you kind of have to look up, and there's the blade up on that little precipice there. There's a couple of ways that you can get this. If you've got Alina's feather, which like shoots you way up in the air, and then you kind of glide back down. If you've got a parachute to kind of slow your descent, help you control it a little better, you can land on it like that. There's a pet battle that I'm not gonna do because terrible. But if you're not real good at that, you can just jump up there and then hop over and grab it. So you've collected the pieces of Gutrek's Cleaver. Once reassembled, you can return the weapon for your reward. Alright. With the pieces recovered, all that is left is to reforge the Cleaver. Goldspade's journal seems to indicate that the only place to do this was the location where it was initially dismantled. The journal mentions a spirit forge used to dismantle the blade, and that it may be located somewhere in the nearby gorge. Find the forge and use it to combine the pieces you've gathered. And you get 150 gold, which is quite nice. So it's actually just directly south of here. There's a little cave down here, and that took me a little while to find. I think I actually ended up having to look it up, but because when you get down there, you know, there's no height thing on the on your indicator. So it says, "Oh, you're directly over it," and it's like, no, there's nothing here. So yeah, so you come down here to the gorge, and of course there's all these Grons, and they're all elites, and but the little cave is, I think, right here. Yeah, here we go. And these Gorian artifact fragments, you can turn those into a guy and get Steam Weedle Cartel reputation. And I've actually done several of them, and I'm actually up to friendly now. So yeah. So you want to come in, and the first time you do this, you want to come in and read this little blurb. Next time you use the forge, remember to hammer the blade while it is still nice and hot. If you put the blade into water before you hammer it, it's just going to break again. So, you want to put it in the forge and then hammer it and then quench it. And that should bring it back. Yep, there we go. Yay. Oh.
I can attack that.
Gutrek, you want my blade, little hunter? How about I plant it in your little skull?
Not ready yet.
So then he spawns. He's got about 40k. Nothing massive. He does hit a little hard though. I'd say if he were a cloth cast, he would a cloth class, he would hit fairly hard. There we go. All right. So that's the Harrison Jones quest. I'm gonna hop back. Yeah. See, yeah, there's a lot of people doing it. So. Come on. Yeah. So that's the every time you hearth back the Spires of Arak thing will pop up. So the turn-in's out here, and the reason they do that is if you pick up the quest like today, and then you don't get around to doing that quest, the quest giver, like, he's always here, but Harrison Jones might not be. So that they do that so that you can do it, like you can pick the quest up and then turn it in on a different day. So that's actually pretty nice of. This matches the description of what Dr. Jones was looking for. I'll be sure it makes it to it. So that was $150. Yay! So, all right. So like I said, he does. I wish I could find that. So I could show you. I've done a few of them, not a whole lot though. Anyway, so what else are we gonna do today? We're gonna eventually make it down to Spires of Arak, I promise. So actually, why don't we just go on and start heading over there, and I'll talk about something else.
Greetings.
So we were going back to Vel Tarak to talk to Anzu, the Dread God, the Dread Raven God. I'm sorry. So another thing that I've been doing almost every day. Of course, you always want to pick up like the dailies. These are all the few all quests. Like your heroic dungeon dailies, you always want to pick those up every day, even if you're not going to be in there able to do them during the day. So you can still save up. Like, I think one day last week I had like 7 dungeon dailies, and then I just spent like 2 or 3 hours queuing up and working on a few other things in the background. And then when it would pop, I would just jump in and do that. So that's why I don't actually record a lot anymore, is sometimes you're not out doing quests so much as just waiting for your queue to pop, which is not very interesting at all. And then working on fishing. So I know, being this late in Draenei, I'm sure everybody's got it. Yeah, I've got Atlas loot, and it's just not wanting to work right at all. So I need to fix that. Got one to turn into Rashad. There's Anzu. Okay. So before we do this, I'll talk about fishing. I've been doing quite a bit of fishing while doing the fishing quest. And let's see, professions, fishing. So you want to get the level 3 fishing hull. You have to have let's see. Accomplished angler, no. Yeah, you want to fish up all of these enormous varieties, and the only way to do that is either to fish out of the fishing holes, like the little spots where you can see, like it says pool of blah blah blah, and then use the bait that you get for that zone. So like the blind lake sturgeon, which I think is what we've got today. Yeah, blind lake sturgeon. So we'll go to Shadow Moon Valley. I don't have one of those baits, but you usually get one pretty quick fishing in that zone. So you use that, and then you start fishing. And if you're fishing out of a hole or a pool of fish, you'll get an enormous one pretty quickly. And you have to do all of those to unlock level 3 of your fishing area, the fishing shack. And then you get a quest to go find Nat Pagel, and then eventually you get Nat Pagel, and he's like a vendor, and he can sell you stuff, and he's also a follower, so he can do like missions for you and stuff. I think he's the only one that you can actually put in your garrison area too. So, but yeah, so that's something you kind of want to do. I haven't actually been using that. I just recently kind of found out like what all you have to do to get him, and it is a lot of a grind. But if you want to sit down and just fish like nonstop, and it wouldn't take that long to do that. Well, several hours at least of dedication. But if you're doing these dailies, instead of just doing them there at the fishing shack, which you can, but you don't get enormous ones unless your fishing skill is really, really high. But just fly to the zone and do that, and try and fish out of the pools, and it'll level up, or you'll get the enormous ones for the achievement progression. Yeah, okay. Lithic actually spoke to you, or some shade of her at least. Fascinating.
I will see you again.
So that was another section of between a rock and a hard place. So alright, so that was completely useless. So we've got several things that we can do. 1, 2. Okay, so this is the daily one over here. That's actually not. Yeah, there's a Harrison Jones quest that involves that area as well. So there's a lot of overlap apparently. So let's go down and turn in this one with Lieutenant Willem, and then we might do some of that rare hunting.
Tranquil.
How much time? She's got 45 minutes left. Daggone it. And like I said, my reputation bar is down here, so she's a little over halfway. But I mean, that's just one of 3 levels for her, so yeah, it's not very much fun. So here's the sea scorpion pools, so that's really handy when you do when you get the daily to do the sea scorpions. You can just fly here and do those real quick. So I didn't even know that.
Hey there.
Uh,